Revels Connect Storytime series, brought to you by Revels Entertainment. My name is Nicholas Corda, and I am an actor. The book I'm going to read to you today, I really love it because it shows us the importance of the immigrant story, especially to this country. It also shows us the importance of music in our lives and how it just makes everything better. The book is Mendels Accordion by Heidi Smith Hyde, with illustrations by Johanna van der Ster. All right, here we go. Mendel lived in a small village called Milnica. He didn't have much: a hut, a cow, a rooster, some hens, and an accordion. It wasn't a fancy accordion. Nothing about Mendel was fancy. It had worn, black buttons up and down the sides for Mendel's busy fingers, and big folds in the middle like a lady's fan. Mendel pumped those folds with his strong arms, pushing the air in and out, turning it into music. Mendel made beautiful music with that accordion. Everywhere he went, people said, "Play for us, Mendel!" And Mendel did. He went from town to town, village to village. Others joined him along the way. Soon, Mendel found himself in a band. Yankel played the fiddle, Herschel played the clarinet, Jaime played the drums, Zalman played the flute, and Schmelke played the cello. Together, they were known as the klezmer. The klezmer never stayed in one place for too long. They went from town to town, village to village. Everywhere they went, people said, "Play for us, klezmer." And they did. They played at weddings and festivals and fairs. They played happy music. They played sad music. People laughed. People cried. The village was alive with the sounds of the klezmer. Then, one day, people stopped laughing. Life was hard in the village, and there was never enough food. It was so hard that Mendel decided to leave Milnica. He sold his hut, he sold his cow, he sold his rooster, he sold his hens. Mendel boarded a boat for America, taking only his accordion with him. On the boat, Mendel met other klezmer. There was Motel from Moscow, Itzik from Odessa, and Pinchas from Pinsk. Motel played the clarinet, Itzik played the violin, and Pinchas played the flute. "Soon we will be in America," they said. "Soon we will be in the Golden Land." But the boat ride seemed to last forever, and 2 weeks seemed like 2 years as the boat rose and fell, and the cold winds blew. "Come, let us do something," said Mendel, as the passengers groaned and grumbled along with the boat. He couldn't bear to see everyone so unhappy. And so Mendel from Milnica played his accordion, Motel from Moscow played his clarinet, Itzik from Odessa played his violin, and Pinchas from Pinsk played his flute. Though their stomachs churned, they played and played and played some more. They played happy music. They played sad music. People laughed. People cried. The boat was alive with the sounds of the klezmer. It was like being back home in Milnica. Finally, they reached America, and Mendel and his new friends boarded a ferry for New York. They were tired and cold, and their bodies ached from the long journey. "It's crowded here," remarked Pinchas when they arrived in New York. "I've never seen so many people." Clutching his accordion, Mendel had to agree. There were no rolling hills, or peaceful farmhouses, or wandering chickens. Just rows and rows of brick buildings, and lots of people who spoke a different language. "Don't worry," said Mendel. "We will all find jobs and a place to live. America will be good to us. You'll see." "Mendel is right," agreed Itzik. "We will all find good jobs and a place to live." And so they did. Mendel found a job mending shoes. Model and Pinchas worked in a rope factory, and Itzik played his violin in a minstrel show. They all lived together on the Lower East Side of New York. Mendel worked long hours. The city was big. The apartment was small. But Mendel was happy. He had good friends and a good job and a place to live. Soon he had a wife, too. Her name was Reitzel, and like Mendel, she was from the old country. Reitzel loved listening to Mendel's accordion. Sometimes, after a long day at work, he would serenade her in the kitchen. He played happy music. He played sad music. Reitzel laughed. Reitzel cried. The little apartment was alive with the sounds of the klezmorim. As the years passed, Mendel's accordion continued to delight his growing family. His son Isaac loved singing along with the music. His son Aaron loved to dance wildly in the middle of the room, and baby Rose just sat on her mother's lap and listened quietly to the funny Yiddish words. During the day, there was work, but at night, there was music. Always music. Sometimes Model, Itzik, and Pinchas came over and played together just like the old days. It was like being back home in Melnitsa. Years passed, and before Mendel knew it, his children had grown up. Just like Mendel, they loved music, only a different kind of music. Mendel's son Isaac liked jazz. His granddaughter Rachel played swing, and his great-grandson Samuel loved rock and roll. Nobody listened to Mendel's accordion anymore. Melnitsa was but a distant memory. Then, one day, Samuel was rummaging around in the attic when he made a wonderful discovery. A dusty, old accordion with worn black buttons up and down the sides and big folds in the middle like a lady's fan. It was so dusty and old that it needed to be repaired. The man at the music shop said it probably hadn't been played in more than 50 years. It was a wonder he got it to work at all. Samuel had heard stories of his great-grandfather Mendel and his remarkable klezmorim. "I'm going to learn to play this accordion," he told his family. "I'm going to learn to play it just like Mendel." And so Samuel practiced and practiced and practiced some more. Soon, he found himself in a band. Leon played the fiddle, Barry played the clarinet, Stephen played the drums, Ellen played the flute, and Andrew played the cello. Together, they were known as the New Klezmorim. Everywhere they went, people said, "Play for us, Klezmorim!" And they did. They played at weddings and anniversaries. They played happy music. They played sad music. People laughed. People cried. But mostly, they smiled. The new world was alive with the sounds of the klezmorim. The end. Thanks for joining me for Mendels Accordion. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. This has been Revels Connect Storytime series, brought to you by Revels Entertainment. Thanks a bunch.